Judging by the queues you see on the filling station every day, I will not agree that the one the federal government is saying that there is fuel everywhere in FCT. I don't agree. And prices of transportation has gone up seriously because of the lack of availability of fuel. And even the black marketers are making are making a lot of money out of the whole scenario now, because we discovered that to buy a liter of fuel from the black marketers are is being sold at exorbitant prices. So for government to say that there is fuel in FCT, I don't think I agree to that.
In Nigeria, a lot of speculations and news. You don't even know what to believe any longer. So you go to petrol stations, they're not selling petrol. They will give you one excuse or the other. But at the petrol station, you are seeing people outside selling black market. Where did they get all those where they sell black market? And sometimes after a short while, you see the petrol station operating. After a short while, they close again. So I don't know, this government, my brother, it's a very difficult situation. You cannot even tell what is happening. Whether they are holding the fuel, or maybe they are getting the petrol and they are keeping it somewhere for themselves, and at the time they start disposing, or maybe they are importing. They are importing, and we don't. In fact, you cannot even tell what is happening in Nigeria the way it is. The refineries are not working. Some of them are not working optimally. The ones that are working, the few ones that are working, they are not working optimally. So an NPC itself, it has been sold. You know that. An NPC has been sold. So it's a general business. The government is not saying anything. So in Nigeria, you cannot even say exactly this is what happened. If they want to increase the pump price, they should tell the public that they are increasing the pump price. Everyone can now go and target this petrol at the normal price. Let it be flow. Initially, they were telling us it's in Abuja here. They were telling us that because it's Lokoja, there was flood, that the tankers could not carry those vehicles, those petroleum pump products across. But now the flood has gone down. Vehicles are relatively coming in. So what is the problem? Why can't we get petrol? Have they increased the price? Let us know. I can tell you now that even DPK, which is a kerosene, is sold for about 1,000 something. How can you cope with that? So the petrol itself, what is the PMS itself? What is the price? There's no price regime. Nobody's saying anything. The government itself is not talking. The Minister of Information is not talking. Nobody's talking. Nigeria is just like a banana republic, a kangaroo republic. Everybody's doing whatever it's like. You see people with the daily cans of petrol on the road. Government is not saying anything. There's no government. To me, I feel there's no government. To me, I feel there's no government.
All I can say is that there is high level of insincerity from the part of the government. I don't think they are sincere enough, in the way they address some of the issues that borders the citizen and our welfare. To me, I look at it that the government, to some reasonable extent, they are, not very much capable with, the way they are supposed to provide the basic amenities for the poor populace. I myself, I witnessed it yesterday. I drove into one NNPC filling station yesterday around 12 o'clock, and I was there from 12 till 6 p.m. About 2 cars to my turn, they told me that the fuel has finished. After spending about 6 hours, I went to another AA runway again. I spent about 2 hours. To my turn again, they said the fuel has finished. So what are they saying? What are they telling us? Where is the fuel that they are talking about? I think there's a high level of insincerity from the part of the government, which is very frustrating to we, the citizen.
In this country, in this Nigerian, actually corruption can never be eradicated. There can just be adjunction of corruption. Do you understand? This country, we are not really enjoying this country at all. Do you understand? Exactly me, I don't know about you, but me, I don't really enjoy this country because I have friends and a lot of people living outside the country, and when they come back, they explain what they see there. I shocked. But we have a lot of resources here. I'm imagining how we still fail, how we are still suffering upon all the resources we have. Do you understand? Are you getting me now? Likewise, this ASU strike of 18s, of all the things like that is part of corruption. We have the crude oil, we have a lot of resources that we can never use till eternity. Why are we still suffering the resources? That's the number one question. Your answer to your question, why are we still suffering when we have the resources in our country? Do you understand? Likewise, what I said earlier, corruption can never be created, not destroyed. It can just be adjusted. We all know that, but government should find solution to make the price stable. The If you go to one filling station, they will change the price, another filling station, another price, another filling station, another price. In the country that have governments, why is it like that? Most stable prices, why is it like that? The government should, we please the government to find solution to that. You understand? Because the suffering is too much. If they are not suffering, people are suffering.
You know, the issue of oil, the issue of oil in Nigeria is not a new thing. It started from days. It's an ancient story. The cabal has their own way. The government have their own way. But me, one thing I see about the government is there is no father who want to fail. Is there any father who want to fail? Do anybody come to the government and say, oh, I'm coming to the government, vote me as the president, and is coming with the intention to fail? No, we still have high power. You can't joke with these oil boys. They hijack, they control, they have money. The government might decide to pump fuel, and they might decide to be greedy and decide to be self-centered on their own. We see the game they played. I've had that experience in Apapa sometime 2017. I know what these oil boys are up to. They can hijack. They keep hijacking. They keep blaming the government keep blaming them. But because of the government themselves, they are not sincere. They have some of the men in government are into this cabal too. They try to play double standard. They play with the government. They play with the government, and more or less they even play more with the cabal more than the government. So it's only God that can save the situation. At the issue of fuel, there is enough fuel in Nigeria, but they are hogging it. They are hogging it, and we know what it is. The cabal want to make more money.
The issue of fuel scarcity, like I live in Lagos. In Lagos, we don't have fuel scarcity in Lagos. I just came to Abuja yesterday. I discovered that most of the filling station there is a queue. Maybe something that has happened some years back. They are experiencing it in Abuja. Maybe it might be because of the issue of the flood. They said that occurred some weeks ago. But from my own understanding, the southeast and the east, there is enough fuel. And maybe it might be just Abuja problem.